Hello, everyone. I was going to do a Facebook Live this week as per usual, but I suddenly realized I don't have a mobile phone. It was either stolen or I lost it on the weekend, and it still baffles me as to how. But anyway, I don't have a mobile phone, so here I am doing a pre recorded one. And what I wanted to talk to you about today was something that fundamentally changed my life. And it was really, really simple. When I was in absolutely the depths of despair in a violent relationship, and I pretty much hit rock bottom, I felt trapped and hopeless, and I felt like I had no way out. Somebody said to me, the Serenity Prayer, which you've probably even heard of, but I'll tell you what it is. It says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that was just something I needed to hear at that moment in time. It was incredible, because the wisdom to know the difference is what has really changed my life and helped me turn my life around and find success in my life, in my career, and now long-term healthy love. Basically what it means is this. It means, I'd already worked out when I was in that violent relationship that I had to accept the things I couldn't change, which was I couldn't change him. I got to the point where I realized that because I'd tried everything. I thought, well, if I change my behavior, then he'll be happy. If I say this or that instead of what I just said, then he wouldn't have got angry and things will work out and our relationship would be okay. I thought that if I could change my behavior, I would change him. And then I realized I can't. You can't change another person. Only they can change themselves. But I can change me. And that was incredibly liberating because it was exhausting trying to rescue my relationship, trying to do everything I could, twisting myself into pretzels just to try and make this doomed relationship work. And so there was somebody just saying, forget all that. Just give all that up. All you can do is change what you can, which is you. And I thought, wow, that's a lot less exhausting. That's easy. I can do that. And that was the beginning of how I turned my life around, honestly. And it's as simple as this. It's like I've won the Willy Wonka's golden ticket. I swear, because that's as simple as life is. All it says is you just have to let go. Let go of trying to control the uncontrollable. I sort of say, if you're pushing shit uphill, excuse the language, then maybe you're pushing something in the wrong direction and it isn't meant to be. But if you let go, and it does fall into place easily, then it is meant to be. And what it is it's letting go and trusting that there's something greater than yourself that's out of your control but will fundamentally be okay. That there is something bigger out there, whether it's God or Allah or just your supreme destiny, that you can trust in and let go to. And all you need to do is just focus on working on yourself and making yourself the best person you can possibly be. And when you do that, it's incredible what happens. I call them the little miracles. And they are what suddenly appear when you're still enough to see them. When you stop trying to control everything around you, when you stop trying to push in a direction that you think you should be going, when you just let go and are still, these little miracles appear. And they've, I'm sure, always been there. You've just been so immersed in chaos and drama, you can't see them. And what they are is that somebody will just come along into your life and say something that you're meant to hear right at that moment in time, that teaches you something about yourself, or an opportunity that suddenly arises that you might never have been aware of or gone down that path because you were too stubbornly forcing your will in another direction. And that could be a sliding door moment that turns your life in another direction that's more incredible than that one you were pushing so hard to go and that you thought was the one you should be going down. It's sort of like that film, Bruce Almighty, that where God, Morgan Freeman is God, and there's that scene where Jim Carrey is furious with him, and he's not telling him the way to go or what to do. He's not giving him the answers, and so he's running out onto a highway, and it's pouring with rain. And he's furious. He's saying, God, why aren't you telling me the way to go? And he's, I think he might even be running on the road trying to kill himself because he's at rock bottom and he's just despairing. And in the movie, it's quite funny because there's all these trucks and trailers that are just screaming past him. And on the back of them, they've all got these neon signs that are flashing so brightly you'd have to be crazy not to see them. And they're saying, go this way or go that way. All the signs are there to show him the way, but he's just so immersed in his head and his drama that he can't see them. And that's the little miracles. You just have to be still and you can see the direction to go and you will get guided the way you should go, because those little miracles will happen and things will just start to fall into place like they're meant to be. And honestly, that's my cat again. She frequently appears in these videos. I think she must hear me talking, but did you hear that? She's really, really noisy. I think she's coming. She's 21 and she's a little bit deaf, so she's getting louder and louder and louder. If she comes up, I'll pick her up and I'll show you. Anyway, now I'm talking as though this is a Facebook Live. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's as simple as this. Accept the things you can't change. Have the courage to change the things you can. And find the wisdom to know the difference. And then that is, you can't control anybody else or anything around you, but you can change you. So focus on you, let everything else go, and trust in the universe that if you're still enough and just focusing on you and letting go of control, then the little miracles will appear and you'll be guided into the right direction your life should take. Once I did that, my life became fairly effortless, I have to say, and drama-free and just wonderful. So I'm looking for the cat now because I felt she was at my feet. So that's it. So it is a Willy Wonka's golden ticket, but it's not that difficult. And I really hope that that inspires you. And what inspired me to talk about that actually was watching a video that Oprah Winfrey has, that she says, there are no mistakes in life. Sometimes when we go down a wrong path, we are going in the wrong direction, but it's not a mistake. It's just a wake-up call to make us remember that we can let go to a supreme destiny that we will be guided towards if we just stop getting in our own way. So if you want to have a look at her video or read more about how that knowledge changed my life, it's in my latest post, which I have posted on my website, www.beingunbeatable.com. It's on my Facebook page at Being Unbeatable. And on my YouTube channel, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, you can see the Oprah Winfrey video in my playlist called Videos That Inspire Me. Anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully I'm going to get a new phone soon and I can do another Facebook Live next week. Until then, I'll see you soon.